AITA for ignoring my obsessed friend? I'm Nate, 26 years old. I've got a solid group of friends. Noah, 29, Nelson, 27, and Jimmy, 29. We've been through thick and thin together since high school. Well, mostly thick. The problem started a few months ago. I've been dating Ella, 28, for about a year now, and things are fantastic. She's smart, funny, and just perfect for me. My friends all know her, and they all seem to get along with her initially. Noah and Nelson have always been cool with her, and Ella genuinely likes them too. Jimmy, though, Jimmy's always been a bit of a lone wolf when it comes to relationships. He's never really found someone serious, and he's always been a little envious of us when we're in happy relationships. I get that, I really do. But lately, his envy has morphed into something else. It started with little comments. When Ella would be around, Jimmy would make these overly complimentary remarks, lingering a little too long, making eye contact a little too intense. At first, I brushed it off. I figured he was just being friendly, maybe a little awkward, but it escalated. He started trying to insert himself into our conversations with Ella, constantly trying to one-up me or interject with unsolicited advice. He'd text her more than anyone else, asking her about things that weren't really his business. It was getting weird, and Ella noticed. She'd give me these little glances, a raised eyebrow, a subtle shake of her head when Jimmy was being particularly Jimmy-ish. Then came the incident at Noah's birthday party last month. We were all hanging out, having a few drinks, just enjoying ourselves. Ella and I were chatting on the couch, laughing about something silly. Suddenly, I saw Jimmy hovering nearby, a strange look on his face. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then I saw Noah's face go from relaxed to a look of utter disbelief. Turns out, Jimmy had cornered Ella when I was briefly talking to someone else. Noah saw him leaning in, getting way too close, and heard him say something along the lines of, Nate's a great guy, but I think you and I have a real connection. Noah immediately stepped in. He put his arm between them and said something along the lines of, "Hey, Jimmy, maybe you should give Nate and Ella some space." The look on Jimmy's face when he got caught was pure shock and embarrassment. Ella looked uncomfortable and quickly moved back towards me. Noah pulled me aside later and told me what he saw and heard. I was furious. I confronted Jimmy the next day, trying to be as calm as possible, but I was still fuming inside. I told him that his behavior was inappropriate and that he needed to back off. He got defensive, saying he was just being friendly and that I was overreacting. He even tried to twist it around, saying Ella was leading him on, which was not true. That's when I started to distance myself. I stopped initiating hangouts with just the four of us. When we did hang out, I kept my interactions with Jimmy short and to the point. I didn't engage in his attempts at overly friendly banter. I made it clear, without being overtly hostile, that I wasn't going to entertain him. Nelson, thankfully, has been a rock. He knows how close Jimmy and I used to be, but he's also seen Jimmy's behavior firsthand. He's completely on my side and has even told Jimmy to chill out a few times. He's been a great support, understanding why I need some space. Jimmy, on the other hand, hasn't taken it well. He's been blowing up my phone with texts, asking why I'm being distant. He's tried to talk to me in person a couple of times, but I've kept the conversations brief and to the point. He's even tried to guilt trip me, saying things like, "I thought we were friends, Nate, and you're just going to ditch me for Ella?" Honestly, it's exhausting. I feel bad because we've been friends for so long, but I can't just pretend his behavior isn't happening. I feel like I have to protect Ella, and frankly, I'm just uncomfortable being around him knowing what he tried to pull. So, AITA for ignoring my friend Jimmy? I feel like I'm in a tough spot. I don't want to lose a friend, but his behavior has crossed a line, and I don't know how else to handle it. Update. Thanks for the responses, everyone. The overwhelming consensus seems to be NTA, which is validating. A few people suggested I have a more direct conversation with Jimmy, but honestly, after the last confrontation where he denied everything, I don't see the point. I feel like my actions speak louder than words at this point. I've been trying to be civil when we are in group settings, but I'm definitely not going out of my way to engage with him. Ella is aware of the situation and appreciates me standing up for our relationship. She's also been great about not engaging with Jimmy in any way that could be misconstrued. Nelson has been a lifesaver, as always. He's been keeping an eye on things and has even subtly steered conversations away from anything too personal when Jimmy is around. It's still a bit awkward when we're all together, but I'm not going to sacrifice my own comfort and the respect for my relationship just to appease Jimmy. Maybe with time, he'll realize he crossed a line and will change his behavior. Or maybe not. Either way, I'm not going to be the one to enable it. Thanks again for the input. It really helps to know I'm not completely crazy for feeling this way.